October 4th, 2013. This is an Earth-based image of Ison from last night, guys, and I've focused down and filtered out the outer coma. And you'll see that, but the green part in the front is that front jet that we saw. Notice in the front coners also, as I play with these color filters, I'm getting a green tint on both sides of it, and notice how it's protruding out the coners of the inner coma. They're to the right and left of that front jet tail, and you can see it as I go through that frontal jet now in the yellow. Let's go through it. Now this is back from May, guys. This is a Hubble image of that jet, and we're talking about Ison being off course somewhat, and I'll show you another image of that. But the size of this jet is tremendous. This is back in May, and at that time you were looking at about a 50-kilometer, 55-kilometer outer cloud of this comet, the Coma cloud. Now, that's about 4 times the diameter of Earth. Now compare that with that jet. That jet has to be at least between 13 and 15,000 miles long that you see there in the upper right. I'm going, as I go through this, I want to look at the inside of this as much as we can. There's a problem with this image, and this is, I'm going to put a link to this Hubble site of these May archives. But back then, if you remember the video, we were looking at a 55,000 kilometer outer cloud. That's 4 diameters of the Earth. Now that jet is over 1, possibly 1.5 times that size of this outer cloud. So that's why I'm saying 2 distances of Earth is almost 16,000 miles. And that jet is, again, probably about 12 to 15,000 miles long. And it was in that first image, which was last night. This goes back to May. The jet has been there the entire time. Now, it's coming from an object that's not reflecting light, and it has been in all the other images that we've seen. There's something right in the front that's not glowing and radiating like the other objects that we see. Also, guys, I did another comparison between stellarium and images, both from in our desert southwest, and I set the stellarium from that, and I'm going to show you. And it's all, this is a wider distance, but you can see at the top where it says Ison at the bottom, up in the center. This is a comparison of the galaxies and stars. So Ison is probably about a day ahead of itself. Now, I cannot tell if it's moving up or down. Now, this is from July, some of the latest Hubble images that I have found in the archive, and I'll put a link to the archives. It's hard to dig through them, but you just have to go in and do it. But this is showing that frontal jet also. Now, in July, this comet was starting to get at about 60 kilometers, this outer cloud. So again, you've got a comparison on that frontal jet. Amazing images. But July is the last image, and these are the ones that Hubble has sent or has allowed to be put into the archives. Let's put it that way. But it's an amazing comet. Here you can't see inside it again, but I wanted to just emphasize the size of it, and that it has maintained from May through July now on that Earth-based image that we saw. That frontal jet has been there for months. This is a new image, Earth-based. And again, it breaks down. What you're seeing in the back there is not an asteroid following it. It's a star, and I've got that outer coma turned down. Now, guys, I recorded this on, you notice the date, October 2nd, as that solar flare came in. Watch this. I've watched it for years, and you very seldom see our outer magnetosphere collapse this close to Earth. Look at that. Right there, the outer shield has touched the inner shield of the Earth. You see that? That's where you see the auroras, guys. The shields almost went down. But here's from October 2nd also, and the guy, the Minoru Uniti photographed those images, but they were red. And I've seen videos today from O Marine and other places that red aurora was from that intense energy hitting Fukushima radiation. Heads up.